Hi everyone, welcome to our weekly development tip. We've been looking at and we've been exploring mediumship and holistic mediumship, and now we're moving towards some real practical application for that. As always, if you have any questions, do please comment below. Those of you that are watching this on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook on Spirit Meets Adventure. Links are below. And those of you that are watching this on Facebook, Spirit Meets Adventure, you can find me on YouTube if you search Shane Gadd. So practical application. So what we're going to be doing this week, we are going to be making contact with a spirit guide to receive messages, and how we're going to do that is by going through a guided meditation. So what I would really encourage all of you to do, those of you that haven't seen the video about making contact with a spirit guide, link is below. I really encourage you guys to go and watch that, and also to switch off your phone for the next 10 minutes or so that you're not going to get disturbed or kind of someone just kind of barging into the room. So try to put you in a space that you're not going to disturb, and for at least around 10 minutes. The thing is with kind of meditation, I always say to people, really keep it simple. Picking up on last week's video, making contact with a spirit guide is one of the things I really want to emphasize before we go into the meditation, is that quite often spirit contact does feel very, very subtle. It can almost feel like your imagination. Okay, so just kind of bear that in mind, that it can feel like your imagination, which is why I really encourage you to watch that previous video. Okay, fantastic, perfect. Go and grab a notepad and a pen as well. That will be useful for you, because this meditation, the intention of this meditation is to connect you to a spirit guide, but also for you to be able to start to receive and retrieve a message. Okay, so without further ado, get yourself comfortable. Either that be on the floor, in a chair, lying down on your bed, wherever is comfortable for you. Okay, it's all about just comfortability. Okay, and then what I gently want you to do is just start to kind of take a nice big deep breath. Okay, really, really important. The breath begins to anchor us. It starts to bring us back to a sense of self, back within ourselves, so then we can kind of spot and we can feel and we can sense the contact as it's being made. Quite often, all of our lives are spent outwardly. What this is about is going inwardly to be able to kind of make contact, to receive and become aware of those subtle energies as they make contact with us. So nice big deep cleansing breath. Nice big deep cleansing breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Once again, nice deep big cleansing breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Once again, nice, big, deep, cleansing breath in. And just become gently aware of how you feel physically, how you feel emotionally, and how you even feel spiritually. And as you do, just very gently begin to continue to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, just allowing your breath to rise and fall, to come and go. And very gently, as those eyes close and your breath continues to rise and fall, just allow yourself to visualize, which will feel like you're imagining a pathway that moves along the side of a hedgerow that seems to climb up very gently and very gradually starts to climb up. This pathway, this trackway, is old and ancient. Begin to notice what's underfoot. Begin to notice the odd root that has grown across the pathway and the trackway, and the hedgeway full, old, ancient. And next to the trackway, the other side of the hedge, you notice a dry stone wall, yet again has made its way along the landscape for such a long time. And you gently just make your way along the pathway, and as you do, you notice that the light is beginning to fade, but yet you feel comfortable. You feel as if you've always walked this trackway, as if you've always walked this pathway. And as you continue to walk along this pathway, after a little bit of time, you notice you've climbed even higher. And as you turn and face the village down below, the odd light is now beginning to come on. You can make out the cottages. You can make out where you've left. You can make out life below. And you gently continue to walk along the trackway, once again noticing the dry stone wall, the hedgerow, the odd root that as you walk over it. And even though the light's beginning to fade, you feel very, very comfortable. It's somewhere that you feel that you belong, that you know, that feels familiar to you. And once again you turn and you look back down towards the village, down towards the cottages, down towards the lights that are now coming on as day begins to turn to night. And you take a nice deep breath, a long deep breath, and you just take a moment to think about where you are within your life. Where do you find yourself within your life? What is going on within your life? What is it that you are trying to get to the bottom of? What is it that you're trying to answer, trying to discover? What decisions are you wanting to make? What decisions are you wanting to get answers to? And that just gently becomes very clear within your mind, within your awareness, within your body. And you very gently continue to walk along the pathway, along the trackway, beside the hedge and the dry stone wall that has been here for time and time and time. And very gently you look up towards the top of the trackway, and it starts to level out as it begins to climb to the top of the hill that leads out up into the mountains. And there at the top of the trackway you notice a large cairn stone, a large marker stone that once again that's been there for such a long time. And it feels inviting. It feels almost like an anchor point, a sense of reaching the top. And as you reach the top, you look out, down across the valley, and now you can see almost towards the coastline. And either side of the valley stretches the hills that lead into the mountains. This ancient landscape stretching out towards the sea. And there, towards the sea, you can see the moon beginning to rise. It's a beautiful, magical evening. And as you stand there on top of this calm stone, your intention is to receive guidance, receive direction, to make contact with your guide, helper, the innate and spirit. And you take a nice deep cleansing breath, and in your own way and from your heart you reach out for your guide to come close, to show themselves to you. And then you notice coming towards you a light, a lantern from the opposite direction, from the trackway, but it is approaching you, and it approaches you with this soft, gentle lantern, this soft, gentle light. And as you see this soft, gentle light, as the figure becomes closer, you start to make out how they're dressed, what clothing they wear. Are they male? Are they female? All of that becomes apparent. You either see it, feel it, or you know it. But it becomes crystal clear. It becomes apparent. And as they approach you, there's a warmth to who they are. But they may be strong, they may be gentle. What is their personality? What comes to mind as you feel them? What type of person is this person approaching you? And as they approach you, they greet you as if they have known you forever. You take in all of that information, how they're dressed, are they male or female, what type of personality, what type of person are they? And very gently you take a large, deep cleansing breath, and you ask, and you reach out and you say, what is it you have come to teach me? What is it you have come to teach me? And very gently you take that deep cleansing breath, and that knowing and that feeling, that awareness of that answer just stirs up from inside of you. It percolates from inside of you and comes with a clarity. They place their hands into a bag or into a pocket, and they reach out and they give you a gift. And as they give you this gift, you see it and you know what it is very, very clearly. There's a huge amount of clarity to what this gift is. And in doing so, you think about where you find yourself, you think about your questions, you think about your decisions. How does this gift symbolically begin to answer? What answers does it bring you? And it's okay if only for now you can touch upon just the surface of that answer. Just allow yourself to contemplate it. Allow yourself over the coming days, the coming weeks, to allow that to speak a little bit more clearly. Allow it to become just a little bit more richer and a little bit more deeper. And you thank your guide. You thank them for the answers that they've brought to you. The beginnings of those answers as they stir up from deep inside of you. But know and trust, with time and nurture, you will begin to be able to kind of unpack that more fully, be able to allow that clarity just to sharpen. So think about the gift. What is its symbolic meaning? Think about what they've said to you and what they've come to teach you, what they've come to show you. And you thank them, and you take a nice, deep, cleansing breath, and as you do so, they bid you farewell, and they gently disappear along the trackway, and the lantern just becoming a little bit darker, a little bit further away. And very gently you turn towards the trackway, looking down towards the village to the cottages, and the warm light and the welcoming light from below. And you gently make your way back along the trackway, alongside the hedgerow, alongside the dry stone wall, and very gently you begin to return back to the everyday, back to the here and now. You take a large, deep, cleansing breath, and very gently, in your own time, you start to bring your awareness back to the room, back to the space, and very gently you just start to open your eyes and relax. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, everybody. What I'd really gently encourage you to do is get a glass of water, maybe just have a little bit of a stretch, take your time, and gently just take some time to write up your experience. Do feel free to share in the comments below what you saw, what symbolic image was shown to you, what that meant to you, how is that unfolding for you. And once some of you have, I will share with you one of the symbols that I was first given, symbolic gifts, if you like, that I was once given from my guide, who many of you know. It's the second picture frame down there. You would have seen it in the video previously of last week. Once some of you have shared, I will share with you my experience. Like I say, let this kind of unravel, unfold, let it percolate, let it kind of, the answers just begin to kind of become clear. If you kind of look at that gift and you allow it to begin to speak to you, it will do, and it will have a bearing on the questions you've asked. You know, the innate always kind of meets us. You know, some of you might think, well, I didn't see anything. You did. You saw, you felt, you would have known something. But what we try to do sometimes is try too hard. And also it's understanding and identifying how spirit communicate with us. Is it through feeling? Is it through knowing? Is it through kind of imagery? You know, how is that coming to you? What form is it showing itself? What is the strongest? You know, because it can be all of those, but one of them is going to be a lot stronger than the others. And the other thing to do is absolutely trust what you were shown, and know that it is not just purely your imagination, even if it feels that way. So please do feel free to share your symbolic gifts, the message you've got, what you received, what you felt, what you saw. And after a little bit of time, I will then probably use a video, and I will share with you my first experiences. Something you can do time and time again, but I would say to you, write down what you felt today and allow that awareness just to breathe, and you will find you'll be able to unpack answers, which I'll pick up more fully when I share the video on my experience. Take care, guys. See you all very soon.